It's April the 3rd. The Ford provincial government has just announced that they're going to be shutting down retail cannabis stores after tomorrow's last day of business. The provincial government in BC here today has still not allowed cannabis retailers to sell their product through an online program. I want you guys, the policies makers out there, to think about this for a moment. You are taking the cannabis, the legal, regulated, and taxed cannabis business, and you're handing it back over to the drug dealers that were supposed to be the ones eliminated from this market in the first place. Now look, I'm not a cannabis user myself. In fact, I was quite critical of Justin Trudeau rolling this out the way he did in the first place. But now that we're here, why would you make policies that make it more difficult for consumers to consume cannabis? I mean, these people are at home, they're either bored out of their tree, or they're stressed out, or a little bit of both, and I would suspect cannabis consumption, if anything, is going to go up. In the meantime, the governments in BC and Ontario are making it more difficult for the retailers to sell the product. Now they'll tell you, oh, well, we've got availability for access through the government online store. Have they tried buying cannabis through the online store with the government in Ontario or provincial government in BC? Like, good luck in fulfillment on that, especially when, if I'm a cannabis user, and from the connections I have, I found out it's very easy to acquire cannabis still illegally through my good old drug dealer. 3 reasons why these policies just don't make sense. 1, consumers are going to start taking on unregulated cannabis that has all sorts of nasty things in it that we don't know because there's no regulation. 2, there's no revenue opportunity for the government because drug dealers don't pay taxes. And number 3 is the criminal element. We are putting money back in the pockets of criminals. This is a terrible policy. The Ford government and the Horgan government here in BC have got to think this over. You guys have got to open up the opportunities for these cannabis retailers so they can get the product to the market, get rid of the drug dealers, start taxing it, and get the regulated product into the hands of the consumers.